wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on in my Tesla world. I'm going to do this while I walk on this beautiful boardwalk in downtown Eustis. Usually, a lot of you might know I have a 116-mile commute now to Eustis, Florida, and it's a great place to work. And they have a pretty lakefront here. That's the aquatic center over here, and they have this beautiful boardwalk along the lake. But I want to talk to you about my commute in my 2013 Tesla, and it is a 2013 with now 205,000 miles, and I just had tires put on the back, and they said I have 50% of the brake life left. So here I am with 205,000 with original motor, original battery, and 50% of my brake pad left. Now, things I have done in that time since I have owned it, I bought the car with about 90,000 miles on it, and the things I've done to it are 2 brake lights from the brake lights fogging up, front and rear suspension because the bushings were out, and the biggest item I had was the subframe. So the subframe crack that held the motor mount, that was about $2,000 to fix. So you figure the suspension, $1,000 front and rear, that's $2,000 for the subframe. Now we're at $4,000. The brake lights were $300 each, so $4,600, and a lot of tires. You know, tires probably last between, let's say, 20,000 and 40,000. The latest ones I have are the Goodyear Assurance. They're definitely not high performance, but they are comfortable tires. And like I said, this Tesla's been really great for commuting. My only regret is I did buy a 2013 and not a 2015, which it would have given me automatic braking and basic autopilot. So I am looking to save up cash for the next car. I'm probably looking at a 2023 Model Y, because 2023 will get you hardware 4, which would kind of future-proof you a little bit versus hardware 3 cars. And I'm figuring within the next 12 months, probably picking up one for around, 25,000-ish, because I do want the white seats, and I want hopefully I can find one with the trailer hitch already built on. If not, I could add it later. But like I said, this is my last job was 104 miles a day, and this one's 116 miles a day. So I don't mind commuting. I like getting here really early in the morning. Usually I wake up at 5 o'clock drive, and I get here around 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. And I usually do like a 10 or 15 minute walk before work. And I can't think of a more beautiful place to walk around. Now you notice over there is a house behind those trees. It's called the Clifford House. It's really pretty. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, you come out here in the morning, these guys are fishing. It's pretty peaceful. And this lake is a pretty big lake. They actually have a sailing club called the Eustis Sailing Club. During the day, you'll see white sails out on the water, which is pretty neat. But like I said, Tesla, has definitely been in the news. Pretty controversial now, but I did buy the car based on its merits, and it's very efficient, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, it's a nice driving car, and it's been really good for us over the last 5 years that we've owned it. I bought it right in the beginning of 2020, right when COVID hit, and it's just been a great car. So I'm curious, what cars are you guys looking at? What are you interested in? I've had a lot of people buy you know, Chevy Equinoxes, Ford F-150 Lightnings, you know, all kind of really cool cars. Ford Mustang Mach-E's, VW ID4s. I haven't met anybody that owns a VW ID Buzz, but I'd love to get their take on the ID Buzz. It's a really overpriced little van, but it is really cool. Of course, I have a lot of friends with Hyundai Ioniq 5s. They love them. You got to be careful. Some of the early ones did have inverter failures, but it was covered under warranty. And Eustis has these train tracks that aren't very worn, so maybe, who knows, they'll turn this into a bike trail soon. But I do think they have one of those little commuter dining train cars that comes through Eustis. This is the Clifford House. It's a really beautiful historic home. But I thought in today's world, you guys would want to see something pretty today, so. But yeah, in the comment section, tell me what cars you guys are interested in, what you want me to test drive, you know, what challenges you're having with your cars. I know insurance is always a hot topic. It is shocking to me how a Hyundai Ioniq 5 is about half of the insurance cost of a Tesla Model Y now, just because of repair cost, parts availability, and I will say one thing about my Tesla that really annoys me is the frameless windows, these windows that don't have frames on them. And I noticed a lot of wind noise, and I didn't seem to have that when I had cars with the frameless windows as much. So yeah, that part is kind of annoying. But as far as the software goes, and you know, software is super important in the electric vehicle. The software has been incredible in the Teslas. The app is amazing. I used to, you know, had a Chevy Volt with the Chevy OnStar app, and it was pretty laggy and buggy, but I do wish that other car companies would improve their software. Eustis in bloom, where they celebrate the flowers, and just love seeing more and more flowers, flower gardens. They do these beautiful butterfly wings where you can stand behind them and take a picture. Really neat. But yeah, sometimes, you know, you guys got to get out there and just walk around and clear your head a little bit before work. Filming a video and hearing these motorcycles with straight pipes on them kills me. Especially as an EV guy. That's one neat thing you notice when you have an EV is everyone else around you is so noisy. And when I'm on a quiet road and it's just my car, there's no noise around me at all, which is nice. I recently had a great friend of mine. He just bought a Chevy Equinox EV. And he's commuting now. He says he's getting like 330 miles of range, which is great. He got the kind of the base Chevy Equinox EV. He uses it to drive back and forth to work. And last night he called me and he says, hey, I forgot to, I had to stay at my parents' place, so he didn't charge. And so he got all the way back to home. He did 2 days of work. And he drives around doing medical procedures and stuff, and he got home with 10% of his battery life left, and he he's amazed at how much money he's saving on the fuel cost. So yeah, EVs are a great way to save money if you have long commutes. I will say I'm really looking at the S and the X because I have an S, but you know, the ticking time bombs or the air suspension, the electronic door handles, and on the X, of course, the doors can be horrifically expensive, in the thousands of dollars if those doors ever break. And they do need constant adjustments and sealing and little wear pads you got to put on around the car. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Y. There's some killer deals on Model 3s if you're a shorter person and you don't need as much room. The Model 3s are just killer deals right now. You can pick up a 2020 Model 3 for around 16,000, and I think you can still get the 4,000 credit. So I mean, you're talking some amazing pricing there. The Model Ys, you're looking at about 18,000, 19,000 for a decent one. But like I said, I'm going for the 2023 because of the hardware 4. But yeah, that's my little short walk in the morning. I hope you guys enjoy your day and get out there and love each other and drive safe and be safe, and have a great day.
Welcome to Bryce's channel on YouTube. Thank you for watching.